Corporal Gelk. To the right of me, we have PJ, the Master Swag. To the right of him, we have Mr. RP, the Shooter. Today we're going to be talking about Saw, the first one, made in 2004. Intro to it. It was very, very confusing. It occurs in various scenes, the main one being the warehouse. My first impression of the movie was confusing, scared, and wondering when I'd be free.
The movie appears to be in an asylum at first, or a prison, a lot of filth. It gives a sense of discomfort to the viewer.
I really was terrified of this movie. I was holding onto a blanket, and Steven was like out there crouched. It was like
yes, I was in the fetal position with my hands in my mouth.
And I was laughing at them.
Yeah. This is my first Saw experience, so I didn't know what to expect. It was like, oh my god.
I was never, confident enough to watch a Saw movie.
The movie, it's of course a horror movie, but at the same time, the characters do have some humorous dialogue that is incorporated into the whole seriousness of the movie, and there is some language for those who care that comes out of the characters being frustrated with the problems to go through.
Profanity.
Yeah, there's a lot of profanity. Yeah.
And the movie involves a lot of speaking in enigmas. It's very psychological. The movie involves a lot of psychological problems and that sort of atmosphere.
They were also very emotional with their acting. Okay, for the special effects and visuals and audio, really good makeup, especially with the person who is bleeding at the beginning. It's very good. Everything looks so realistic, and even some of it, although overly done, it is also, you can see that it can be real, but it's not. And if it was, I really don't want to be there. And traps look realistic. The robot puppet scares me. He looked realistic. He had no strings attached. He was like a Pinocchio, a messed up Pinocchio who wanted to kill you. And yeah, the scenery, of course, as Jose said, is very good. Very
realistic.
Yeah.
That's all we can really
Makes
say on
you
that.
really.
It makes you want to puke sometimes because of certain scenes. And the music is the only music they used was basically eerie music. There was like one type of more upbeat song there.
Yeah, there was one that was kind of one that started off really slow and began to impede as
nothing really big on music. It's very subtle.
Yeah, and for the violence, once again, we don't get showed a lot of violence, but there's still violence that is showed, like, yeah, just
like they'll show people getting hurt, but they won't show the actual beating or the actual cutting at times. So we've noticed that since movies like The Cube throughout, and then Children of the Corn, and even now with a 2004 movie, they're still not showing the full violence that takes place in the movie.
Yeah, only the after the fact part. I love this movie. It was really scary. I did not know what to expect of these characters, but what I did find was very realistic. If I were ever in that situation, I'll probably just shoot myself. This is ridiculous. All this is happening, and I enjoyed this movie. It's really astounding how someone could have come up with such a complex storyline in a horror movie. It's like, you don't see that every day.
I've got to say I loved it because it kept me on my feet. I focused 100% throughout it, trying to figure out what was going to happen next, so I wouldn't be as scared.
And he also had his ADD not acting up this time, so it's like really helpful to find these movies.
Yeah, and relating back to what Roberto said about the complexity of the movie, it progressively becomes more and more complex. So that like what Steven said, keeps you on your toes because it makes you think a lot about what's going to happen next, why this happened. It's very interesting.
Okay, so my rating for this movie is 9 out of 10. Go watch it if you have not watched it yet, and if you are planning on watching it, get a group of friends.
Yeah. I give it an 8 out of 10 because I thought it was really great. The director and everybody involved definitely did a really good job with it.
I thought it was 8.5 out of 10 because I felt it was well thought out and I really enjoyed watching it, and it's something that I would watch again, maybe in the near future, and the sequels to it. So, okay everybody, this is Courtland Gauk.
PJ Master Swag.
And I'm Mr. RP the Shooter.
And we're signing off.
Rate, comment, subscribe, and if you want to see more of these videos, wait until we make them. See ya.
Also favorite. Goodbye.